Welcome students, families, volunteers, board members, and community partners to JOYA Scholars 2021 Virtual Gala. Stand by me. Thank you for taking the time to join us. Appreciate you being here. I'm also joined by JOYA Scholars Board Chairwoman, who serves as the Assistant Vice Chancellor for State and Federal Relations at California Community Colleges, Linda Vazquez. Linda, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Christian. Happy to be here.
Over the last few weeks, I've had the pleasure of meeting in person, if you can believe it, with so many of our amazing students and volunteers. It's always a privilege to sit down with them and to listen to their stories. Tonight, you'll have the privilege to hear their stories. You'll hear from a Maple Junior named Carla, a Garnett Junior named Jesse, an alumna and second year at Cal State Fullerton, Stephanie, and a wonderful volunteer mentor to two Maple sophomores, also a Cal State student, Hanna. The mission of JOYA Scholars is to inspire and prepare students of families from low-income communities in Fullerton to succeed through higher education. Our vision: every student who desires to go to college will have the resources they need to graduate from a four-year university, will gain experiences preparing for a fulfilling career pathway, and will have opportunities to develop as community leaders. In doing so, our junior high, high school, and college students will transform their communities from within. Our college readiness programs are guided by three JOYA pillars: mutual kinship, cascade mentoring, and indigenous leadership. Imagine walking into a mentoring meeting or tutoring sessions and seeing rooms full of students and volunteers, junior hires and high schoolers learning from mentors and tutors, among them college students, working professionals, and retired individuals from all walks of life. Imagine seeing in this room the mentors and tutors who had once been the junior hires and high schoolers themselves, who have now become mentors and tutors to students of their own. Lilla Watson says, "If you have come here to help me, you are wasting your time. But if you have come because your liberation is bound up with mine, then let's work together." When I first arrived to volunteer with JOYA Scholars in 2015, I remember walking into the JOYA Solid House on Garnett Lane for the volunteer welcome breakfast. First, I heard the song "Stand By Me" playing. Then I smelled the home-cooked breakfast prepared by our neighbors. And then I met the volunteers, Judy, Kathy, Maria, who are all still here, and others. Thank you to the volunteers, mentors, staff, community partners who serve our students as a series of acts of mutual kinship and who recognize how we gain from our students and families just as much as, if not more, they receive from us. Thank you to our students for standing with us, for believing in yourselves, for binding your journeys with our own. And thank you to our families for trusting us with your children and shaping today's work and tomorrow's vision.
Tonight, we stand with our students and families. We encourage you to hear our students as they share their stories and place yourselves in their shoes. On behalf of the entire JOYA Board of Directors, thank you to those who have already donated leading up to tonight. If you have the means, we can ask you to consider supporting our work in the upcoming school year by making a one-time donation or becoming a monthly partner. You can go to joyascholars.org/stand to donate. And on our page, you can see how a contribution as low as $25 will make a difference. So now let's hear from our students.
Well, my name is Carla, and my last name is Hernandez. I go to Fullerton High School, and I'm currently a junior.
My name is Jesse. I'm a junior at El Dorado High School. Okay, is that fine?
My name is Stephanie Hernandez, and I'm a freshman at Cal State Fullerton.
3 words I would use to describe myself would be maybe funny, weird, and have a positive attitude.
Determined, motivated, and a hardworking person.
Shy, determined, and diligent.
I think my spirit animal would be a monkey because sometimes wild.
My spirit animal would be a tiger because I believe that tigers are very fierce, and I feel like I'm like, dang it, what's like a word? Okay, so tigers are fierce. I feel like I can say something like,
I would say my spirit animal would be a sloth, just because I like to go with the flow. And also, I tend to be lazy at times, so I would say the sloth.
maybe that might not even make sense.
It does make sense. Tigers are fierce.
I think an artist that describes me the most would be Quadeca, because he's very humble, I think, in his music.
Oh, there's a song, I think it's Traveling by, I don't know, but it's in the Madagascar movie. And that song just like hypes me up, and it's always like so happy. So I think that song describes me. You can put it like on the side when you edit the video, the actual song.
Golden by Harry Styles, because I am golden. One thing on my bucket list is to go on a hot air balloon ride.
Just travel the world, to be honest. One of the places would be London.
My favorite quote would be by Kobe Bryant. I think it's failure leads to success.
I have one. My favorite quote is, I'm not sure who it's by, but I just heard it somewhere. Money cannot buy you happiness, but it does buy you the freedom to do whatever you want.
My favorite, hold up. Life is what you make it. My favorite quote would be, life is what you make it. Quick question. Do you know how to say the word next to freshman?
Colloquium.
Colloquium?
Colloquium.
Colloquium. Freshman colloquium. Cell molecular biology. Introduction to communication. Critical thinking and psychology, and public health.
My hopes for college is definitely to get accepted to Long Beach. My career I would like to specialize in being a therapist for little kids. I'm really hoping I get accepted to that school.
I would like to attend UC Irvine. I've been inspired by many people to attend this college. So I'm drawn to the business world. It seems like they're their own boss. I think I visited like UC Irvine like a good 4 times, to be honest. I feel like that's why I'm so driven. I spent a whole week there at a dorm. It was through like a UCI like group, and I got in out of like a lot of people. Yes. And so we got to stay there, and basically we went to class for 8 hours. But it was very interesting. I met a lot of friends. It was just guys. And it was like in a huge like classroom. It was like in a nice building and everything. They gave us everything, like food, like buffet, everything.
So I went to El Dorado High School, class of 2020. I was part of the National Honor Society, Rho Kappa Social Studies Honor Society, UNICEF Club, Spanish Club. I was part of concert choir my last 2 years. And I was also part of yearbook my senior year. And also the California Federation Scholarship Club. Well, it was kind of sad that we didn't have a formal graduation, but you know, we just had to move on and go with it. And I think I'm pretty satisfied how it turned out. In the future, I hope that I can help children, especially with their mental health. In school, I am involved in the University Honors Program, the National Society of Collegiate Scholars, and currently I am tutoring with JOYA Scholars. Being on the tutoring side is really different. It has a lot of work, but I do enjoy it because I know I'm helping out a student. The community has done a lot for me, so now I want to be part of that too. All my experiences in JOYA Scholars were great. I believe that the people, such as the mentors and the tutors and also students, like I had all my friends with me, I think they just made it so much fun. Mentoring to me was having someone next to you, someone guiding you, helping you. I had a great experience mentoring. My mentor was Maria. I actually have known her since I was in 2nd grade.
For students that don't have the opportunity to have like mentoring, I don't know, I feel really blessed. So my mentor, her name's Darcy. She's always asking if I need anything that can also help me in school. So I really, I love mentoring. So being able to go to mentoring, it pushes you to actually want to go to college and see the opportunities that you have. I hope that a lot of people have this opportunity.
Tutoring is having someone helping you with your homework and also with lessons. They're kind of like a second teacher or a teacher at home. I had a tutor for 2 to 3 years. His name is Michael. He helped me out with chemistry honors and AP chemistry. And honestly, he helped me a lot. He helped me pass the AP test. So shout out to Michael.
It's not that they just help you with your homework, but they help you achieve your goals for that class. You know what I mean? My tutor is Rashmi. She helps me out with AP laying throughout 6th grade and throughout my junior year this year. I've had plenty of tutors, and Rashmi is just like the best, to be honest. Like, she helps me achieve my goals in that class. Like, for example, one of them is to make sure I'm ready for the AP laying exam. And I feel like these past weeks we've been reviewing nonstop to make sure I'm ready for that exam.
Tutoring for me, my tutor, her name is Karen. She's a great tutor. She's always there for me when I need help on my homework. Even after our meeting, she always tells me that I can FaceTime her, I can make a Zoom call so she can help me on the work that I need. And it has really helped me boost up my grades and keep me on track of my school.
So I think my top 3 tutors, Leanne, Rashmi, Elaine. Elaine's like, she also helps me a lot.
JOYA Scholars actually has given me a different view of going to college. I always told my mom I didn't really want to go to college. It was not my thing. School was not really my thing. But I always had decent grades, you know, so my mom was like, look into college. So she actually brought me here to have tutoring, and also they told me about the mentoring program, so I decided to join it. It changed my attitude to something very positive, and me actually like hoping now that I get accepted to a college that I want to go to. I got accepted to Ryla, and I'm really excited for it because I've never really gotten into a camp, so I'm excited to do that. I got an honor roll for keeping a 4.5 GPA and higher. I've also gotten a student of the week in my math class and one in my English class.
This year, I got a high honor roll for having a 3.8 GPA. I applied for CSF and I got in. Yes. I got this award. I'm not sure what it's called, but I can send you a picture of it. Only one person got it out of the entire school. That was me. Let's go.
Getting through junior year online. That's one of my goals that I'm the happiest for accomplishing. I thought I wasn't gonna make it. It takes courage to get up in the morning and open your laptop, and it's like, what's the point if it's online? But I think getting through it and seeing my grades the way they are just makes me happy to see how I put in hard work and it just came out to be better than I thought. One personal goal would be to always have a positive attitude. I know sometimes for people it'd be really hard, but kindness is free. So I think we should always give and be grateful for everything that we have and just always be kind to people. That's my goal. Always be kind to somebody, no matter how mean they are. Just be kind and treat them the way you want to be treated. There's many times where I was not always the best kid in my family, but my mom not once has let me down. She has always stood by me, and no matter what I've done, she just says that she's proud, and I have to keep on doing what I'm doing. And yeah.
This year has been very hard for me, and my family is just the one that's been supporting me. Like friends, whoosh, out, you know? Like, I feel like we all lost like those like friendships, but it's all right. Because you're always going to have like your family there. My mom, my dad, Chris, Charlie, sorta. I've had like certain falls this year, whether that's like just being sad in general, not being able to go to school has really had an impact on me. But my family has always been there to like stand by me, like, Jesse, you got this, keep on doing this and that. Another person that has stood by me like just throughout this whole pandemic would be just all my tutors in general. Rashmi, Elaine. Some days I just wouldn't understand like things at all, and they would help me, like, all right, Jesse, you need to do this, you need to get back on your track. You know what, Jesse, keep on going, like, you're like doing great right now, don't like fall back or anything. And I feel like that helps me.
This is JOYA Scholars News Network.
During the 2020-2021 school year, JOYA Scholars College Readiness programs have impacted more students than ever before. Between September 2020 and April 2021, students have participated in 1,800 hours of virtual programming to over 100 junior high, high school, and college students and their parents. During the height of the pandemic, our staff and volunteers have run, on average, 217 hours of student programming per month, or 54 hours per week. In total, volunteer mentors and tutors have served over 1,200 hours.
Here's how we served our students and families in the 2020-2021 school year. Mentoring. Students received bi-weekly one-on-one academic mentoring. Mentors offered guidance and accountability and fill a relational and knowledge gap for our students.
High schoolers explored college pathways, FAFSA, DREAM Act and financial aid, study skills and learning tools, career exploration, brag sheets and resumes, and imposter syndrome and first-gen experiences. Our panel of professionals introduced students to local professionals, including a Fullerton police officer, an engineer, and an FBI agent. Our panel of professors connected students with professors in business, biology, and intercultural studies from Cal State Fullerton, Vanguard University, and Biola University.
College representatives from Cal Poly Pomona and Cal State Fullerton brought the college tours to us this year. Plus, Lizette and I took students on virtual tours of our alma maters, Chapman University and Vassar College. We charged our batteries by exploring coping strategies we could all use during a stressful and isolating year. And Lizette and I facilitated relaxing JOYA Scholars Paint Nights. Lizette also hosted virtual game nights.
That is correct.
And for JOYA Ween, she moderated a virtual escape room where we had to solve puzzles to escape from Christian, the mad scientist. Tutoring. Students engage with their tutors on a weekly basis in STEM-based subjects ranging from junior high math and science to advanced calculus and chemistry. During COVID-19, tutors have dedicated themselves to finding ways to keep their students engaged and learning over Zoom. College Apps Academy. Weekly sessions offer focused support for high school seniors as they navigate the college application process. Brenda, our College Apps instructor, walks seniors through their UC and CSU apps, personal insight questions, how to leverage scholarships, grants, and loans, EOP apps, honors programs, and promise programs. Parent Academy.
In Parent Academy, parents learned how to support their kids at each grade level, how K-12 schools are structured, how to support students in STEM subjects, how AP and honors classes are designed for success, how to explore technical and vocational education options, how to prepare for the post-high school pathway that works best for them, how to pay for college, and resources for undocumented students and families. This is what some of our parents have said about our Parent Academy.
Como yo tengo 4 niños pues y de diferentes edades, entonces pues a mí me interesa saber porque también ahorita mi hijo va a pasar al 12. Me gustó mucho como para aplicar para las becas de FAMSA. La verdad que sí, es bueno todo esto, muy interesante y me gustó mucho que dijeron también que pueden ustedes ayudar para cuando ya se quiera aplicar. Pues hay personas que ayudan.
Sí.
Pues eso también sí me agradó, dije, porque sí es bastante difícil. Dicen que para uno solito que nunca ha hecho eso, como es el primero,
Sí.
que va a aplicar o que va a querer entrar a una universidad, Y pues gracias, ¿verdad? Gracias a ustedes que nos están ayudando, porque a veces sí es bien difícil y como es comunidad hispana, a veces no buscamos muchas oportunidades o muchas de estas clases, ¿verdad?
Sí, por eso estamos aquí para apoyarlos a todos ustedes.
Now it's time to recognize this year's graduating seniors. Christopher Barragan, El Dorado High School. Diana Cantoran, Segerstrom High School. Alan Cruz, Fullerton Union High School. Brianette Flores, El Dorado High School. Karina Juarez, Valencia High School. Sebastian Morales, Fullerton Union High School. Tiffany Laguico, Segerstrom High School. Maria Luna, El Dorado High School.
Natalia Ortiz, El Dorado High School. Damaris Reyes, Valley High School. Stephanie Rosa, Segerstrom High School. Giselle Santos, Segerstrom High School. Wendy Solis, El Dorado High School. Claudia Torrejon, Valencia High School.
Congratulations to all of our graduates. Linda, I'm excited to share with you on June 24th, we'll be hosting a virtual scholarship ceremony to award our graduates with over $15,000 in scholarships. Thank you to all of our scholarship partners, and thank you to the Office of District Attorney Todd Spitzer for your certificates of recognition for our graduates.
Thank you to our scholarship partners, Yorba Linda Women's Club, Ebel Club of Fullerton, Altrusa International of Anaheim, and others we will celebrate on June 24th. We would like to acknowledge our 2021 JOYA Scholars Stand By Me sponsors. Our lead Garnet Red sponsor, Carol Rundback. Our Topaz Pink sponsors, Mike and Ryan Kim Ryan, and in memory of Kathy Shimamura, Larry Bennett and Bennett Financial and Insurance Services, and John Van Way. Thanks to all 40 of our 2021 sponsors. In November 2020, JOYA held its first annual Monarch Story Slam. Our theme was Pivotal Moments, College Access, Equity in Action. Every day, our students experience pivotal moments in their journeys in all shapes and sizes. These moments can be found in accepting care from a mentor or tutor, in celebrating graduation in your cap and gown, walking on Topaz Lane instead of on a stage at a high school stadium, or in the resilience in overcoming a pandemic. Their resilience promotes our desire to stand with our students as first-generation equity advocates. Here now, in a piece originally spoken in our Story Slam, is Building First-Generation Equity Advocates. Hi, my name is Linda. I'm a first-generation college graduate, a Mexican immigrant, and a former undocumented student. And today, I help shape higher education policy for the largest system of higher education in the country. I went to Cal State Fullerton, where I majored in political science and minored in Spanish and Chicano studies. I earned my master's degree in education policy from Columbia University. And yes, I still pinch myself when I say that. I was the first in my family to earn a bachelor's degree and the first to earn a graduate degree. I like to think that I paved the way for my younger siblings to follow in my footsteps, but really, I did not. I'm only one of 6 children. My father has been a gardener for more than 35 years, and my mother cleaned houses. They are the hardest working people I know. They took me to work on an occasional Saturday, and not because they couldn't find a babysitter, and they didn't put me in a corner to read a book. I pitched in raking leaves or taking out the trash because they wanted to show me what hard labor did to you. For those of you who share similar backgrounds, you know how heartbreaking it is to watch your parents come home exhausted, hands cracking from calluses, back aching from bending over all day. I remember my father telling me that he wanted us to work with our brain not with our backs or with our hands. These were reminders of the sacrifices they made for their children to be able to succeed in this country. They wanted us to get a ticket to the middle class, and that ticket was a college education. We are the products of our parents' hard work and their wildest dreams. While my parents did not have a formal education, they instilled in us the value of a college education and a strong work ethic that has been so crucial to my educational and professional career. I could not be more proud to be their daughter. But I did not get here through hard work alone. Hard work does not open every door. In fact, you only need to look around you to see how hard immigrants, low-income communities work. And yet, they face countless barriers that keep them from accessing a college education and realizing their full potential. Low-income families do not have the resources to pay for expensive tutoring or SAT and ACT test prep. Low-income families do not have retirement funds to pay for college tuition, and low-income students can't afford a gap year after high school. My educational journey has been influenced by equity-minded policies that have preserved college access and protected college opportunity for people like me. Financial aid policies ensured that I had sufficient financial aid to cover the total cost of going to college. Federal work study ensured that I had an on-campus job that aligned with my career goals. And having faculty who looked like me validated that I belonged in college. These experiences were made possible for people who fought for Cal Grants and Pell Grants, the people who fundraised money for scholarships so that I could afford to study abroad, the people who hired diverse faculty so that I could see a reflection of myself in my professors, the people who volunteered at Career Day to share more about their professional job, showing me a glimpse of what I could be. At the end of the day, these investments are made possible by equity advocates who see the barriers to college access and work on solutions to address them. I won't know the names of every person who carried the torch for these equity investments, but whoever you are and wherever you are, I want to thank you. You made it possible for a little girl from Aguascalientes, Mexico, to go to college, to access state and federal financial aid so that I did not have to work 2 jobs and pay for college costs, to travel the world as a work-study student and complete an internship in Washington, D.C. and be able to shake then Senator Barack Obama's hand. Every parent hopes that their sacrifices could build a strong foundation for their children to be able to thrive and succeed. But to thrive and succeed, the burden cannot be placed on the parents or the students alone. We need more equity advocates who can fundraise money to support organizations like JOYA Scholars, to develop strong policy that supports our most vulnerable populations, tutors and mentors that provide students with academic support to excel in their studies. I can go on. It doesn't matter your background, you can be a first-generation equity advocate and inspire others to do the same. It is through your support that you make it possible for people like me to succeed. So what do you say? Are you in?
No, I think I'm thinking of Lean On Me. Is it that song?
Very different.
Oh, no. That was Spanish version too, right? Wait, is it like, does it start when the night? They have a Spanish version, but I don't think it says stand by me in Spanish.
How do you say stand by me in Spanish?
Párate conmigo.
When I hear that phrase wherever, I obviously think about the song by Ben E. King, Stand By Me, the song from the 60s. I love that song. It was one of the songs that they used to play at my old high school all the time. And so I just have a really warm feeling inside when I hear that song. He's talking about how the sky is falling and he's saying if the mountains crumble, whatever, he's saying that, he's not going to cry. He said, I won't shed a tear just as long as you stand by me. What that song means to me then is that life gets complicated and life gets really messy sometimes and sometimes even pretty ugly. And I think that no matter how complicated and slippery and confusing life can get, I think that if you have someone with you, someone standing by you, right, to support you, then everything's gonna be okay. It doesn't matter, because they're gonna catch you. What I look forward to when I'm volunteering is seeing the growth with Emily and Daisy. Of course, that means the growth that they experience in their schooling, but for me personally, I like to see their growth as women. If I were to wish that Emily and Daisy could gain something from their time with me, it would be for them to recognize how intelligent and powerful they are. And I really, really want them to know that they can just take this world by storm. When I was in 7th grade, I had my 7th grade teacher tell me that I was destined to be a part of a gang. That's just the way that she saw my life going. It's been a few years since then, and that is not where my life is headed at all. I am a 2nd-year student in a good university, and I represent the University Honors Program and the Business Honors Program and the Women's Leadership Program at Cal State Fullerton, and I am a volunteer at JOYA Scholars. Nobody knows your ability better than you. So if someone asked me, what is JOYA Scholars? Tell me about it. I would say picture a room and then divide it in half, right? On one half of the room are people who have had a plethora of life experiences. They have so much wisdom and knowledge, and they want to teach people what they know. And then on the other half of the room, you have a group of young people, a group of students who are eager to learn, and they want to be a part of something, and they look up to those around them, and they're inspired. And what I love about JOYA is you can take any person from one side of the room and partner them with any other person on the other side of the room, and they fit together like two little puzzle pieces. They fit perfectly. JOYA has done something really, really special in gathering a group of people on both sides. We've created a community that's very specific to this place, and I love it, and that's how I describe it.
What an incredibly inspiring story from Hanna. I absolutely love that. Thank you so much, everyone here, for tuning in tonight. It's already 6:33. That's unbelievable. Wow. Well, we've raised an incredible $14,300 for this campaign. That is extraordinary. Thank you all so much for contributing and for supporting our mission. We encourage you to share this video with friends, with family and colleagues, and let them know about the work that's being done here in our local community. Thank you to our sponsors and our board members for your support during this campaign. Thank you to those who helped put our program together. Students, Stephanie, Carla, Jesse, Karina, Leslie, Samantha, volunteers, Hannah, Adam, Ruby, Mario, Ellen, Triette, and our board member, Larry Bennett. There are actually so many more conversations with students and volunteers that we just didn't have the time to feature here tonight. Thank you to Theo Pologorgis, an honors student at Cal State Fullerton, who tediously crafted Linda's animatic video when we came to him with that crazy idea. And thank you to the staff, Lizette and Anne-Marie and Linda, to you. And my wife, Jessica, thank you so much for your patience, your understanding, your love and support over the last few weeks as we've been preparing for today.